Welcome to the Neen Valley Role-Playing Association, a group of friends who like to play RPGs, role-playing games, and try and have fun. If you like the video, please like and subscribe.
Hey everybody, welcome to East Texas University, where our students have a serious quorum tonight. We have the entire adventuring party, which will only happen once in a long time as we all have ridiculously busy lives. However, we have Andy back, who has been away a bit. Pete. We have Grace in her cat form. Whoop whoop. We have Richie, who's doing his very first time tonight with his guitar. Wow. We have Fish, again, as one of our steady. And Tomo with his beanie ready to rock and roll. Here we go.
You know,
so
when you introduced us like that, it almost made me sound like I've got no life.
No, you have a life,
hey,
but this
I'm
is
here
your
too.
life now. This
I
is
have
your
a life,
life.
it's
now.
just online.
This is your life now.
I was going to say your life has been in peril several times over the last few sessions, hasn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, Anthony.
Let us deal some bennies. First, I'm going to deal 4 to myself and to Rob.
Hang on. Why does the GM get 4?
Hang on.
You get 1 for every player character. Ooh.
Oh, you
And
got
now,
5 player
I will
characters.
That made 5 then.
I hate to say it,
One,
you've got
two,
5
three,
player
four.
characters.
There is 5.
He's American,
You're right.
you can't count.
Oh my
My
god!
word.
He
should
needs
have
a
voted
myself.
spreadsheet.
What are we doing?
I think you failed the math this
The maths
semester.
test. Oh,
Yeah.
there'll be more of you guys. No one else is going to fail.
I mean, I gave
Let's
you the
deal
excuse
3.
last session when you said it was 9:30 in the evening and it was obviously something like 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yes, and we're going to
I
fix
gave you
that.
the pass on that, but come on.
Oh,
5 people.
love it.
5
I
people
love
in
it.
front of
So
you.
Pete,
5.
Christine, and Martin all have their bennies. The only person without is Tomo, because I've messed him out. 3,
What?
4. Tomo! There!
What?
Bennies are set and given to the team. So let us, even though we're in a crisis situation in the game itself, let us jump back in time to introduce another character, because it's really important that we bring him on in the way that it needs to be done. Let's talk a little bit, Martin, Richie, about your coming to East Texas University. Can you give us a little bit of background about your character and what he looks like and how he came to be here? Just, to put you on the spot at the very
Hello, yeah.
immediately.
Well, he's from the UK. He's from various places around Yorkshire. He's moved around a bit. He's a bit grumpy. Nothing to do with where he's from. But he's a bit grumpy. He's a bit kind of like he hasn't got the most patience. But he is an aspiring he's a musician. He plays the guitar. He's studying at the School of Fine Arts here, and specialising in strings and guitar. He has a thing for motorcycles. He's picked one up which has all sorts of problems, but he's happy with it. And he did a bit of work beforehand where he was helping out with some clearing some woods in the local area. He's a bit quite handy. He likes to know a bit about a few things, but yeah, he has to perform in his spare time. He has to join, with a band, looking for to perform and things like that. So yeah, he's not the most social of people, but it's interesting. He's come to pursue his passion.
Gotcha. So,
By any chance, the band isn't. What is it? What's it called? What
Jury of Robots? No,
Jury of
it's
Robots.
So, there's a couple of things that have happened that we need to throw at you. One is there was a pickup at the airport. A large van / little minibus took a group of UK students across from Dallas to the school. A couple hours. In it, you sat there, you saw several other people. They actually had some from some different countries, but in general, it was Brits. So you will recognize most of the students, at least on sight. Okay? The other thing that happened is you showed up and you met your roommate at your room. So if we were to go across to our OneNote, nice. Okay. If you were to go across, you would take a look at the students and yourself, and you would see...
He's in Our Heroes.
Heroes.
Our Heroes.
Richie.
Where the link is. It's
Yes.
somewhere.
So let's
There we go.
let's talk. Let's say we have your major. You can put that in there. You can put anything in about your other, and then as far as your room, you're up on the 4th floor, room 46. I will type that in for you.
Cool, thank you.
And your roommate, if I can jump across and see this really quickly, so I do this correctly, and I don't screw it up, because I've done that before, is Billy Vincent. Billy, when you meet him in the first day as you're moving in, he tells you about himself a little bit. He's a local boy. He knows the town pretty well. He's about 5'10", average build, brown hair, brown eyes, looks really clean cut, friendly smile, and he's an English major. And he thinks it's just amazing that he's actually in the same room as someone from England. And unlike the rest of the students, when they got to their room, this guy recognizes that you're English and actually knows where England is on the map. It's shocking, but I know. So Billy's already got some extra points going for him, and I will bring in his token at some point. But Billy's pretty darn busy with English class. He actually is in English class with a certain extra set of kids, who we'll talk about later. During the early parts of your semester, you found yourself in the AG library, and that's not AG like two letters, it's AGEE. And you saw some stuff that was really interesting. You saw a Dr. Sonia Alvarez who walked over to you directly and said, you may have a gift. Come with me. And she took you over to a side door down into the basement of the library and showed you the special collection.
Her etchings.
Oh, right, yeah.
And
special collection.
In there, you actually met a lady by the name of, and I will give you this really quickly, so I don't screw this up, Margaret Winters, who works with her as one of her not grad students. She's like a junior, I think, is what we had said. But Margaret Winters, she is one of the main students who supports the researches of Dr. Alvarez into the paranormal. Dr. Alvarez specializes in ritualism, is what she calls it. And you actually witness your first ritual down in the basement, where they draw out this chalk circle, they do the whole thing, and they ask these questions into the ether that come across on this Ouija board. And you're like, that's freaky. But you're part of it, and that silly little thing moves under your fingers. You know it's not you.
Mm.
And they're asking questions about the ley lines. And things go dramatically wrong when they are told that there is a coming conjunction. And boy, it takes forever for that to spell out.
Yeah, conjunction's not a short word, is it?
And then, when asked if there is a way to stop it, both your hands just go, what? And the little stylus-y thing goes flying off across the room. And all of you look at each other like, that was really weird.
That's freaky.
So, Sonia, in looking for things, she has sent out Margaret Winters to try and seal any tears that she finds in reality. Margaret has gone out to do so, and in the process has met some kids who she heard about because they are working sort of opposite down the science path with Glenn Mack, who is a professor that Sonia tells you she doesn't have great respect for. He's into beeps and squeaks and trying to prove things, and instead of working the refined things. But she says you should probably go chat with those kids if you get a chance, just because it would be nice for us to at least know who they are and what's going on. They tried to help Margaret. They seem like good kids. If you don't mind, just go give them a chat. Which is how we quickly move across to Richie standing outside Andy's room. Andy, you have just come back from a date. Your dating life has been all-consuming. More consuming than you really meant it to be, to the point where you actually called at one point to your buddies for them to call you in 15 minutes with an urgent out. Which they promptly did, right as you were having to sit down for a dinner with Evelyn Francis's parents. It was awkward. They were asking you questions about what you wanted to do with your life, and when the call came, you were just like, thank heavens. Evelyn was not too upset. She, it's okay, we'll catch back up, and off you took. That was a week or so ago. You've seen her off and on since then. You're still dating, but there's a little bit of an awkwardness. So, there's a knock on the door.
I'm gonna open the door.
And it's Richie. Richie?
Hey,
All right
Richie.
there. How you doing?
Hello.
Hello?
Have I met Richie before?
On the bus, possibly coming across, you recognize him as being an English student?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Music student. An English student from England.
An
sorry.
English music student, yeah. A music student from England.
Let me also put that this was a dorm block party.
Okay.
At the end thereof. It's towards the tail end of the night. And I think that, Christine, to make everything work right, I think that that your character is there. Because at this point, as you guys are just introducing yourselves, because you've found Andy, and Andy is not accompanied for once, and you guys are catching up, these two yahoos come rolling in a hurry.
Which two yahoos?
Fish
Fish and tea.
Tomo. So you now are all standing outside of Andy's room. 2 of you are a little bit out of breath. Carry on.
Oh my god.
Hey guys.
Am I pleased to see you? I thought I was fit. Feels like I've been running 3K in like 40 seconds.
You're not that fit, fish.
How do you cope with running up to your room? Because you're on the second floor. Andy's only on the first. He's in room 16.
Yeah. You only had to go downhill.
No, we come from outside.
I'm not invited to my room, then. You'll be behind before you get up there.
Yes, we're going to have to work on your gymnastics and athletic skills. I think we need to work out.
Serious, guys.
I think I'll have to get you
Grace,
joining me on the pitch.
I'm so glad you're here, Grace. We need your station wagon as well. I need to lie down in the back.
Oh no.
We need your help. Oh, thank God Evil Lynn's not here with you. I mean, Evelyn's not here with you, Andy.
What have you been up to? She looks at the 2 of
I'll
them.
tell you on the way.
Okay.
How are you not panting, Tomo?
Practice.
So have I met Tomo before? In the weeks... Because he's been hanging around with the other guys? Yeah?
Yeah, you've seen him in passing with the other guys, and you're like, oh, yeah, I should really catch up with them. Oh, yeah, we're going out to the movies.
Yeah.
Andy. Right? You date the...
Evelyn.
girl.
Yeah, Evelyn.
Who's this?
Her name, Evelyn.
Nice jacket. Why are you wearing shades inside? Especially at night.
Always.
It seems like a...
I'm not wearing shades. Who's wearing it?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Richie.
Oh, him. Okay.
Always wear shades. It's part of the performing lifestyle.
And by the way, you guys have all sort of know each other, at least in passing, so it makes sense. You know his name and everything. Go ahead.
Okay.
Also hides the fact I'm tired.
Why have you been staying up late?
Yeah.
So what's the problem, guys?
So, we need to get moving.
Oh,
We do?
I'm in.
Why?
Andy grabs his jacket and runs out, closes the door behind him. He's up for this.
Oh, he is so happy.
Whatever it is, he's up for it.
Had an interesting evening.
Hang on. I think we might need some equipment knowing these 2 guys. What have you been up to?
We had an interesting...
Not shooting
we
a
were
car.
looking into the street races. Apparently, that detective wants a bit of help with our about street racing. I'm more interested, to be honest, in looking at the cars. So we wafted down that way and spent a little time with them. I've got a pal who his dad runs a workshop on the edge of town, and he's been fettling a car, getting it ready to race with. Him and I are on the same wavelength in terms of the type of cars that we like. And tonight he set out. He was racing against a rather interesting bunch. I'm fairly certain Fish can fill you in on more of them. He's a little more observant on those sort of people than I am. But they kidnapped him at one point. They elbowed him, threw him in the back of their car, and drove him into town. We gave chase. They've been caught by the cops, which is perfect. But before we had a chance to stop them, they threw him down a storm drain. And as he was lying in the road by the storm drain, tentacles came out and grabbed him and pulled him in. So I'd rather not look at the
Hang on. Sorry, did you say tentacles?
Tentacles.
Yeah, of course.
Claws. It was claws and scaly arms. Claws and scaly arms. I'm just going to throw that in.
Crocodiles in the alligators.
Yes. I've heard about alligators in the storm
They must have
zone.
been alligator tails. Or perhaps
Scaly
alligator
arms.
tails, who knows?
Maybe some sort of alligator-human hybrid. Interesting.
I really couldn't give a fuck, but my interest is in getting the old boy back. It seems like a bit rude to leave him down there. So we thought we'd hot-footed back here, pick up some supplies, and you lucky people, and then we'd go on a hunt.
Outside,
Me?
the sun is just below the horizon. You got the false dawn started. It's cold outside. The music is still thumping. People are starting to drift back to their rooms. See, I've caught us back up in time, Christine.
Yeah. So have any of us been to bed? I take it none of us have actually been to bed tonight. at
No,
some point.
heck no.
Okay.
Been up all
Hey,
night.
So,
Life of a student. Yep.
Yeah.
and Andy grabs hold of a sports bag that he's got. You notice that there's a baseball bat sticking out of it.
Nice.
You've picked up
something he's acquired since the theatre. in his off time from dating,
Yes.
But, he thought he might want to get something. So there's there's some conspicuously unused sports gear in there with a baseball bat sticking out of it. It's just a good excuse to carry it round.
Love it.
I mean, from the look of it, the thing is, from the look of Andy, I mean, he's thin as all get out. I mean, he is, the weedy nerd. But hey, it gives him an excuse.
Brilliant.
I say I'm just going to go upstairs and get my full plate mail armor. I've got a feeling I might need this.
You do know if you do that, you're going to fall into water that's got electrocuted. Don't for you, right?
Yeah.
Careful on host. Yeah.
You have to go up and down the stairs in that armor too. I don't know.
He was out of breath coming in here. He's going to die if he does that.
I ran quicker than I normally need to.
Look, he's had a bit of an exciting night. It's his first time shooting a gun, apparently.
Oh, yes.
Great job with it.
Yeah, I look at Grace and then I kind of look
gun?
away.
Oh, no.
It's
Guns,
all right.
bad things. Grace checks with that Fisher's got his 2 cans of pepper spray that he nabbed off her from the last time they were in the theatre.
Yes.
So while we're talking, Tomo we're out in the corridor, we're talking. Tomo walks up to the cleaner's cabinet.
Okay. That's
and opens up the cleaner's cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
Is it locked?
No, it's open.
Okay. Opens it up, and he leans in, and he's picking various things up in there. And he's picking different things, and he pulls out 4 or 5 kind of large containers of various cleaning products. Looks at the labels on the back of them, and these'll do. Grabs a bin bag, a trash bag.
Good.
From one of the cleaners' carts, and stuffs all these bottles into the thing. So now he's got this collection of cleaning
Stuff to build with. Absolutely. So if those of you who don't know, he has the MacGyver edge, which lets him do some really cool things. As long as he's got some materials, which he has now acquired. Absolutely. I love it. Who else has something that they're taking with them that they'd like to announce now so the GM doesn't freak out later when they fake it and say, no, really?
I'm going to grab my tools.
Your tools. Okay, from your room? Okay, so you're going to just dash up the stairs?
Yeah, and he's always got a pack of guitar strings on him. For musical and non-musical purposes.
You have your
Can you bring that down? Is it
special
you always
weapon?
carrying a toolbox, or is it like a tool bag, or what does it look like?
Tools.
Is it a knapsack? Is it a?
No, it's just the
duffel
axe.
bag?
It's just the axe blades.
Okay. How do you cover it up so that people don't freak out that you're running around?
He's put little straps inside his jacket.
Okay. So you're wearing your
So-
big jacket and you've got
one each side,
Got it. Those axes.
and he just
And
comes
of
and
course,
puts them together when they're out.
Okay.
of course, Grace has always got her backpack with her baseball bat in it and several cans of what look like drink, but they're not. They're pepper spray
Very good.
stashed down the side.
I'm gonna say, can I get a taser, a hand taser? Or not?
Yes. I think that during this long period of time, you can have one. Yes, Rob?
Yeah. I'm going to go up to my room and I'm going to bring down this this thing which has got like the old-fashioned square batteries with the spring terminals. It's got that loaded on in, and yeah, it's just got like this bit of copper poking out the end in two prongs, and he goes, "Okay, I'm not very good with it, but it's the best that I could do in such short notice. I'm so sick and tired of not being able to kick something, punch something, shoot something, and I just don't want to run away. So I've got this."
My friend, you did a great job with the with the run stopper.
Yeah, the point blank shot direct to the tire that I managed to get into the road and kick up dirt.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hey, you were pretty darn scared.
yeah. We're discussing that later, aren't we? Aren't we, Mr.
Fair
GM?
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see when I come back down, I actually realised for the first time that there's another person here, and I go, "Sorry, Perch, Charles Perch. Everybody calls me Fish." And he hands his puts his hand out towards Richie.
All right, mate.
I do. Sorry, I blurted all of that out, and so did Tomo. We're gonna go this way now.
Yeah, I'll come in with. I'll lead on.
Excellent. Shotgun in Grace's car.
I'll follow.
Okay, you're going to take your...
Yeah, I'm going in Grace's car as well. I'll go in
Okay.
the back.
John, you want to take your...
Oh, no,
I'll
Grace-
go into
Grace
Tomo's
is gonna
car
get-
then.
Grace,
Okay.
Don't want him to
Grace is
feel
gonna
like
get
he's
her-
been left out.
I've got one spot on the back of mine.
Grace is gonna get
How
Andy.
very American of you guys to not just all get into Grace's car and go together, but to take 3 vehicles and burn all that fuel. I love it. It makes me happy as an American.
I think point out to anybody who's watching, or to folks, that Anthony used to live around the corner from me, and when I say that, I mean from my house, it would take me 2 minutes to walk to his house. My front door to his front door, 2 minutes. Whenever he came round for dinner, the V8 would come round the corner. It would take him longer to drive out of his house, up his drive, round the corner, and to my house, because it's actually further by road than it would to walk. But no, he's
And
American, so you have to drive.
I was still out of breath when I got to the door, so...
Yeah, but that was all the particulates coming out of the big.
Okay.
V8 heaven. That's the.
If you guys will indulge me, right before we get into what I think is going to be a fairly intense situation, I've been drinking sparkling water to try and cut down on the serious amount of alcohol I usually power down. Guess what that means for me? I need a short break, and then we will come right back if you guys do not mind. I will catch you guys in about 3 or 4 minutes. I apologize.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Sounds good. Yeah. Okay, I've got a 5.
Gas guzzler.
Oh no!
Requires 1d6, $10 of extra fuel each advance.
Which is each semester, which you're about
I
to do
mean-
when you do your.
I mean, based on how it looks, I'm not surprised.
What'd you get? Yeah, what'd you get?
How do you
What
mean?
card did you pull?
What card?
Clubs.
Yeah, was it 5 of diamonds, 5 of clubs, 5
Oh,
of
clubs.
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 5 of clubs.
Some roll 20,
Yeah.
guys. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've got multiple things up at once. That's my. That is always my problem. How did we get the cards on here? I didn't have those on there earlier.
I added them.
That's r-
'Cause I couldn't work out how to roll the card. I was like, "Where's the cards? Where's the cards?"
This is my
That's-
solution, by
that's-
the way.
Yep. If you want to do that, John, that's fine. I tend to do it from here just because when I draw a joker, you're supposed to reshuffle,
Okay.
and that way you get the jokers back in.
Yeah.
And
I'm
I
only talking for very specific things.
Perfect.
Generally, your stuff is a
Perfect.
different.
perfect.
different thing.
Absolutely, I get exactly what you're saying,
Yeah.
So
especially for
what does-
like your vehicle taking off and stuff. Like, yeah.
So what does the 5 of clubs give you on your table, Martin?
I mean, I don't know if clubs makes any difference, but the card is a 5 is a gas guzzling. Yes, so it
Gas
takes one
guzzling.
d6
Oh, right,
times
okay.
$10 in extra fuel.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
And you are coming into you guys at the end of this little event. The rest of you will have your testing for this middle of the semester. Okay.
Oh, we're going to be so fine and fit for that, aren't we? Are we going to take negative rolls?
No.
We have no sleep for it's 6
I
hours.
could have forced you to take your tests right before we do this fun stuff, but it's a slipstream in time in that your testing is actually slightly before this. The party
Okay.
you were just at was post finals, or not finals,
Yep.
post midterms. Okay, so that does mean if one of you guys did happen to get the extra Benny, I might have given it to you, but don't worry about it. Okay.
Yeah.
So let us move out towards where we're going. You tell us when to go, Rob.
We've been going since Martin.
That's
went for the-
perfect. Okay, with that, I'm going to move you guys across to where you have rushed back to where you saw young Zach get yanked into the sewers. It is now the very edge of the sun is just coming up in the distance out towards towards the east, and it's flat enough. There is some rolling hills and stuff like that, but it's just coming up over the horizon. The sky is starting to lighten, but when you guys arrive at the location, and I look at that, I actually put those. I didn't put your bike. Oh, I'm sorry. Your bike will actually be on there, so don't worry about it, Martin. You guys arrive and sort of pull in off this road, and hopefully you can just see where you're at. And actually, if I were smart, I would do this really quick just for fun. Control C, and then I'll go back to where I was.
You know, I think we need
Close.
a group vehicle, possibly like a minivan.
So,
We can
and the
paint it.
bike.
Have you not had a
Blue
look at
and
what
yellow.
my car looks like?
We've got a station wagon.
Yeah,
Painted
Have you not
blue.
looked
station
at my
wagon.
car?
seriously, all of you guys can get in the station wagon if it comes down to it.
The
And
station wagon's
John?
a tank.
you could probably soup that baby up.
Then I
just
just
a
need a
thought.
dog.
Just a thought. Okay, you guys see that next to, unlike what you have been told by Detective Alvarez, the cops have already been here because there's two vehicles are sitting there, and this door is open. Did it open? No, it didn't.
Which door?
No.
Right. Well, the grate is pulled aside where he went down, and you can sort of see into this room. The shotguns have been taken out of the police cars. If you were thinking about grabbing one, it looks like two vehicles showed up here You can't really tell when, but it was probably not too long after you guys left. But there are no policemen here.
Okay, are either of the police cars unlocked?
They are locked and shut. I will say, just being mean.
Can anybody
If
get
you
in the
want to
boots?
try and open it, if you want to. What are you looking for?
Body armor.
No, I will tell you now that there's no body armor. But these are just regular police cars. But yes.
Okay. Fucking sheriffs.
But you can see the shotgun holder in there where there would have been the shotguns. So they took those with them when they decided to enter the storm drains.
Okay. Is there any blood or anything? There's no blood at the entrance of the storm drain, is there?
I think you probably could, yeah. And I'm answering what John was saying. You probably could in a really tight fit. Yeah, absolutely. If you're going on spring break, you probably don't want to do that. But across town, you could do that easily, John. Okay, I was answering his question about the Mustang, and anyway.
Sorry,
No. Andy's going to take a look. Oh, and he's been
Andy's gonna
away
take
from
a
the.
look.
Yeah. All right. So you can see that it sort of drops down into that room that you see ahead of you.
Okay.
Some sort
Actually,
of.
there's one thing. Has anyone got a light?
So all of you guys
Yeah.
have at least the lights on your phones. So
That's
every
true.
one of your
Good point.
tokens gives you 20 feet of bright light, 20 feet of dark light, of dim light, that I assume are your phones. If you ever want to get some big some big light, then we can adjust those type of things. But for now, all of you have light around your token so you can see in the dark. Okay?
I'm guessing the cop cars probably did have big torches, but they probably
Yeah, take
take
them with them. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, drop down.
Okay, you drop into the room. Let me
Go down
think
after.
about this really quick. Absolutely. So, what I'm going to do is a couple of things. So, go ahead and
Sorry.
you can look
Where
there
you
before I start talking through everything. If you can give me just 2 seconds, and say, I will instead.
You know how sometimes knowing the rule can be really handy?
Handy Andy.
You get a +4 to shoot a shotgun.
Ooh,
All shotguns are a +4.
nice.
Because it's hard to miss.
That might be helpful.
Very helpful.
So
But it's-
hopefully you can hear
Right.
a little bit of background ambiance. And so you guys, you're in what looks like a little bit of a control room. There's piping. There's you can see where it would drain out sort of in the middle where that darker square is. You can also see that there's a tunnel leading off to the west. And Tomo is immediately looking down there. He can see some more controls just at the edge of his vision. I think your vision probably goes to about here. Is that right, Tomo?
Yep.
So you can see that there's some stuff there. This is a dry corridor. You can smell, I mean, it rained a little bit late last night, so you think that it's mostly a rain smell that you're getting from down there. There is some dankness to it, but it's not overpowering like sewage or something.
The weird thing was that it looked like I was looking through Manan's net curtains. And then somebody
That's
moved their
weird.
token and suddenly that cleared.
Some weird lighting
Is that
effects.
fucking
With the... Yeah, we've got some weird sort of overlap, like fringing going on with the lighting.
Oh, between your lightings.
Yeah.
That's
because
interesting.
we've got all our lightings are different, and it's doing.
Ah.
You're getting fringing attacks between the colour and the grayscale, I think.
Mine now again looks like I'm looking
It's
through net
stacking.
curtains.
So let me take
Yeah.
a quick look, just for jollies.
Sorry, I don't know
Make
whether that's a same thing.
sure. So I have your light is white. I wonder if I changed it to transparent. If I did that for everybody, because I had you set on white for your light, and just change it to transparent, and maybe that won't do it.
Oh, that's better.
That does look better.
That looks much better.
So let me do that for Tomo.
You're still getting
and then
some on
I'll
the-
work
on the
around.
corridor.
It's a little bit some on the right, yeah, but
Just a second. I'm working it. So those of you who run Roll20, it's always interesting as we go through it. Who have I not fixed their light? Rob, of course.
there it is.
I'm always
think-
the last to know.
And the first shot. That's okay.
Yeah.
First
Okay, so I
mold,
think your lights
first beaten
are
up.
working now. I need to remember
looks-
that in the future.
Yeah, no, that's good now.
I'm currently
Are you assembling
Um,
anything?
in the lead. Yeah,
Okay.
I've got my hold all out and slung over my shoulder. The bottles of interesting stuff have been stuffed in and are currently sort of sticking out the top of the hold all. Okay, and I've produced the shotgun, stuffed a load of shells into my pocket.
Okay.
And I've stuck one in and snapped it close, so I'm carrying the shotgun. Safety's on, but it's ready if I need it. But it's also I've also got myself in a position where I can hide it under my jacket should the police come around the corner.
So out of his sports bag, Andy has pulled out a baseball helmet and put it on.
Nice.
Which looks kind of weird, but hey, it's head protection.
Yeah, I like it. I'll play with that. It only covers one ear.
Yeah.
Well, of course it does. It's a baseball helmet.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see the long corridor stretching off ahead of you. You can basically hear the sound of running water somewhere ahead of you, and the whoosh of air through all this. Okay, Tomo's moving ahead. Anyone going with him?
Yep.
Yeah, Andy's up.
He's having
Okay.
a peer at these controls and seeing what's
What you
anything
see
in
ahead of you, Tomo, is it looks like there's a dump for water going straight down. There's splashing water rushing into this room ahead of you from some pipes.
Oh.
Okay. And there's also some tumbling in from a corridor that's going to your north. Across from you, you can barely see that there's probably another storm drain from a different street and maybe some stairs and ladder up on that side. However, this direction is where there's water coming in. There's a platform to stand here, and then come across. Oh, don't do that. You're going to fall.
Oh, yeah.
So that's down about 20-foot drop, it looks like. One of the things you're noticing in the water that's coming down is that there's some blood mixed in with that water running down. It is going to be...
Any way
Go
to
ahead.
get round to here?
Yes, you can jump with an athletics roll, or...
I can't do that.
Okay. Then maybe once someone can go across and try and help other people. I don't know how, but it's looking very athletic-y. Does anyone have a
I shall
rope
move forward.
or anything? Let Grace take this one for the team.
She's the
I think probably with your duffel bags used as a form of rope. You know, they're soft, and you could lean out, and people could grab them.
Yep.
Okay, this is an athletics roll. This is for all the marbles here, Grace.
Okie dokie.
Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Oh,
there it is.
You're right across easily. You can place yourself here. Perfect. And from there, you can now pull them across one at a time until they are standing in either of this space, this space, this space. I mean, this water is not that deep, and so you can go ahead and pull the rest of them across.
Yep.
You have successfully navigated that dangerous pit. Okay.
One more over.
You can see ahead of you the tunnel carrying on up. It's just a little short where you have to stoop. Tomo?
How deep's the water?
I'm sorry?
How deep is the water?
The water is about
Thanks,
4.5 to 5 inches deep. It's just on your shins, low shins. It's not something that's going to sweep you off. It is moving at a decent rate, but you're not going to get swept away. Maybe if you had dropped a shotgun or a torch, a flashlight, it could have been swept down slowly. However, for those of you who are walking up here, it is not like you're going to fall and things are going to go wrong.
Yeah.
That's a lot of blood.
Oh, there's a body. There's a body. If we were playing in Call of Cthulhu, we'd be calling for sanity roll. However, what you see ahead of you...
Oh, no, I didn't see that. We were just literally...
just there. Okay, so there is a cop who looks like he's been bludgeoned, side of the head, who is sort of floating in that... Well, not floating. I mean, it's only 5 inches of water. He's damming it up a little bit where it flows over his shoulder and down. And beyond him, you can see another cop.
Just so you're aware, we can see the word Detective Alvarez.
Well, anyway, sorry about that.
Further
That's
north.
funny that shows.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just, I can click on his character.
we go.
It's selectable for me.
How did you get to see him? I can't see him.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Well, the problem with that would be that I set it up where you guys could all move all characters, and that's my own fault. So, yes, you may know where that happens to be in the near future. However, aside from that, the tunnel goes straight ahead, and you're moving past a couple of more cops you can see lying in the water.
Have they their weapons, torches?
Yeah, I'm going to check the two
No.
that these two have gone past.
That's sort of where I was going with possibly their stuff could have been swept down that was in their hands. Walkie-talkies and things like that. Now, I will say that there's a walkie-talkie attached to one of their belts, but down here is probably not going to do an amazing much good.
Okay, well,
you can
Andy
see that
called
there's
it
a
first, so Andy
turn
can have
here.
it.
And Tomo, you see that guy who you guys talked to in the student lounge? And he has been bludgeoned too, but he doesn't appear dead. He's lying there just going,
Hey, cop guy!
no, he's out. But he has been bludgeoned hard.
Okay.
He's alive.
Let me see if I can help him. I can't.
Has anyone got first aid?
Anybody got any skills with healing?
I have. They ain't the greatest, but they are there.
You know, I'm not being funny here, but I think that what we should do is these people are professionals. I think we should get out of here, and we should go and get the cops and get them back here and tell them what's gone on. I really don't think we should be proceeding at this point. Anyone else? I mean, I don't mind screaming around in my car, but I think this is bullshit, frankly.
No, we got to find out what's going on. I don't think the cops are equipped to
Yeah,
handle
good.
this.
Let's find out. Let's find out by waiting for the cops to come and investigate what happened there, folks. This guy, we need to get him back. Let's get him into a hospital, and everyone else can come and do whatever they want to do. No, it's just crazy. What are we doing here? These people were armed to the teeth. I mean, no offence, I've got a weapon, and I know that Madam there is a weapon. I've seen that in action. And the rest of you, I understand, but folks, we are just not these people. These going home bars that the Yanks think.
I thought your friend was down here. He might be dead by the time the cops get
He
here.
might be dead now. The cops are dead. There's lots of dead cops. Dead cops are not a good thing.
Okay,
This is nuts.
Tomo,
Let's get out of here.
Let me sort out the.
Oh,
Who the fuck's
hello.
that?
a guy comes around the corner.
A guy comes around the corner.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
attracted by your shouting.
He's like,
Ah,
he looks a bit like your the sort of culty guys that you were dealing with earlier,
Alex.
yep.
but a little paler and maybe a little more scaly on the old skin. And
I thought we had a water leak in here then. I can hear your sounds coming and I'm thinking, something's
You like that?
happening, and I can hear water running around, around the living room.
he says, "What are you doing in here?"
Could I ask you the same question?
Eating. Okay, we're drawing cards.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to shoot a pulse out, but we're going to draw first.
Yes, we are. So, for Martin,
Uh-huh.
Queen
wanna get the
of
turn
clubs.
tracker
I apologize. Turn tracker is
Remember that card,
on
Martin?
the way.
Yeah.
On the
hang
way. There it is.
Christine, I'm putting you in as well. Everybody else can do themselves.
Wow, there's a lot of people on here double, Rob. Want to re-hit it?
Not
there's only
not
there's
that I can
singles
see.
for me.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I know,
I was
it's
seeing 13 characters for some reason. I don't know why.
No, mine's got a count of 5. If you want to clear it,
That
and we'll
is-
redo it.
Let me remove all turns really quick, and then move all turns, clear, and then I will instead hit it again. Add
Play
turns.
when you're ready.
That's what. Yeah, go ahead and add your turns, kids.
There's Martin. That's
I did.
Christine. And
That might be a
myself.
vampire. I don't know why I said that.
By the way, if you click the gear icon on your character, you can add a name, and the name will appear in the turn order.
Interesting.
So,
I don't know why it
Martin,
says
you
Martin's
could
character
edit yours and change it for Martin's character sheet.
I have 2 Tomos, but that's okay.
I've got
so
two
it's really one
Tomos.
Tomo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's updated.
I didn't do a Tomo, so that's not me.
No, doesn't
All
matter.
right.
I did a Martin, and I did a Grace, and I did myself.
No, I did a Tomo twice.
It's all good. We'll just leave the 1 Tomo down at the bottom. No big deal. Okay, so I'm running across. I did Martin, Tomo. 8 of diamonds.
The 8 of diamonds. Okay.
Okay. Do you have anything anymore? So let us go up to Andy. Wow. Ace of diamonds.
Nice.
Right. Fish. Queen of diamonds. Back to
Big
back.
hearts.
Hearts.
Hearts?
That is hearts. Good grab. Grace, do you have 1 card or 2?
I have
I think
one
it's
card.
1. Oh my word.
Ace of
Ace of
hearts.
Hearts.
I shuffled the crap out of this. And the vampire gets a 7 of hearts.
Oh, giving the game away
What was
now,
yours?
calling it a
Yours was the
vampire.
Queen of-
Well,
Queen of
it's
clubs.
already been done.
Queen of clubs.
Oh,
In
bollocks.
clubs.
Mm-hmm.
So we
The
can do
suits
those
are all in
now.
chat. Should anybody want them?
Wonderful.
Excellent.
So we've got a Queen of Hearts.
Right, if you could just bear
Queen of
with me, guys.
clubs.
Martin.
Yeah.
On the turn order,
Yes.
if you right-click your token, you can add to turn. Okay, but if I do it, because I normally do Grace, because it's a lot of switching between screens, so I don't mind adding you in as well. But if you then left-click on the turn order for where your name is, okay, underneath the sort button, you'll get a yellow kind of thing come up. You can then type in what card you've got.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then that adds everything to the turn order, and then it's then all calculated. Sorry,
Good stuff,
just
thank
thought
you.
I'd explain because nobody's explained that to Martin.
I've got the rule book open, so I'm reading as we're going. I'm trying to.
I'm
but
sorry,
you have
Martin.
to
Yeah,
use
we do
roll
need
20
to,
in that way.
No, that's true. It doesn't. No, it's true. It's a good point.
Fair enough.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
so
To me too.
Grace,
Have a conversation. I'm so sorry.
right?
Please.
So
Probably
bear
Megan's
with me
doing it.
again, right? Grace has done a healing check on Alvarez. Now Tomo's to his right. So how can Grace do it when she's so far away? So Grace should be on his left, unless Tomo's moved to make way.
That's fair. You know what? That's fair. So we'll put this guy down here, and then Grace is here. Is that okay with you, Grace?
No, it's not. She goes, thanks, Rob.
And then the
you
guy just
git."
pounces out of the darkness and talks
You
to you guys
realise
from right
you
there.
realise that the only reason he's done that is so that he doesn't get injured. It's her that copied it.
No, because when you play this back,
Don't worry.
I will.
He's
You
gonna-
will hear that I wanted to go and use my pre-med doctor's qualifications to heal the guy.
Very good.
I think what's going to
But I
happen.
This is
Yeah,
why you
man.
keep. This is why you keep getting shot. Because of course you always kill the healer first.
Yeah.
Yep. When this guy goes scampering across the roof and drops on fish, you'll know why the reason.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Richie goes, "Not today. I've got my trusty guitar of G strings."
Nice.
Okay. Sorry, Christine. You can beat me up later.
So, by the way, there were a couple of times that I probably should have described things a little bit better, and let me say that now. I don't think it's here. I'm double checking. Nope. I'm making sure I didn't mess up a description that could have helped you. Nope. Perfect. Yep. There's
way-
you did. I think from where Andy is, I'm going to let him see that right here. There's a broken box. Just for his knowledge.
Broken box? What kind of broken box?
Just a broken box. There's some slabs of wood.
As you say, up here.
Yep.
Okay.
And that was put there on purpose. But anyway, so Grace, you are first.
Okay, I don't like the fact that he's just told me he's eating. So,
Yeah.
since we've been down here, obviously I've had my baseball bat out,
Absolutely.
and I am gonna basically, I'm swinging for this guy.
Just belt him. Absolutely. Make that roll and tell me what it is because I'm looking at a separate screen. Actually, I've moved it. Oh, that's beautiful, Grace.
What?
That ain't
I
so
haven't
hot.
rolled anything. What? I haven't rolled anything. Yeah, right.
Oh, that's healing. That's your healing. That was so sucky.
Just gonna get on you.
Oh, I jumped across there. I was like, oh, a 2 and a 3. Yes. No, I wouldn't be rooting for anything besides you guys. You know that.
Oh.
Do you want to
Oh, well, that
spend
wasn't any
a penny?
better anyway. I'm spending a penny.
Okay, why not?
Yeah.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it
We've got
comes.
so many of them.
Here it
Yeah,
comes.
speak for yourself.
Come on, you can do it.
Penny spent.
Hang on. I'm just trying to get myself to the. Oh God, I hate all these bloody slidey screens and shit. Just take me down the screen. Oh, of course. It would help if I used my mouse, of course.
Ah, yes. Little things. Okay,
Grats.
there's a 4. Do you want to stick with that?
Yes.
Okay, it does not beat his parry.
Damn it. Okie dokie.
Very good.
She swings twice and yeah.
Well, she swings and,
Swings and she
and
misses.
burns the Benny. Ah! And yeah, he turns away just outside of the reach of that bat. You're like, crap, as you see that happen. Okay. Andy.
Okay. Andy's not really in range to do anything. He's got no ranged weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So he is going to keep. Well, he's actually just going to just go up here just to take a look.
There are numerous pieces of broken wood off of that box. Some of them are fairly sharp.
Haha. He's going to grab some steaky-like bits of wood.
You can get 3.
Okay. And go back there and hand one each to Tomo and Fish.
Very good. Oh, Tomo's like, no, I don't need it.
You're going to need these. That's Andy's done.
Very good.
Actual fact, he's going to give Tomo 2. Chuck one of these to Grace.
There we go. It is now Fish's turn. Tomo, do you want to say something, though, when you tried to quasi-hand it to you? I thought you had a little role-playing that you wanted to do right there.
Sorry, me?
Yeah, I was just wondering, because you were, like, calling off his steak handing to you. Okay, so you just do that. That's fine. That's your role-play. That's fine.
I'm assuming it's quite a brief moment. So he's like, "Oh, I'm like, don't worry about it."
I got you. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You got
I'm
the
going
ball
to
bearing
fill
machine
it
out.
and then someone else can jump on him and go, "Bear."
Yep. Now, do you have the shotgun or you have the ball bearing
Shotgun.
thing out? Shotgun. Got it.
Well, I'm very unhappy about the layout of this.
Yes.
That's a conversation for another day.
Brutal.
Not good.
Can I just ask out of game, please? Just to obviously our tokens are such a size as they are, but I take it we're not actually filling the space.
No.
Can we maneuver around each other?
Yes.
Okay. So it's
Just
it's
like
a
in John's
truly
D&D game.
5 foot wide. Yeah, it's a truly 5 foot wide.
Yeah.
Height.
Yeah. So you guys
Not
can't move past each
unless
other.
I'm mistaken, it's not usually a tactical map, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is.
I'm sorry, sir.
Is
I'm
it
sorry, John?
tactical?
I'm not sure what you mean by that. It's fairly.
Okay, so when we play D&D, we play D&D on the basis of the 5 foot square tactical map, move around.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Oh yeah. So this is fairly tactical in this map, as opposed to being sort of a loosey goosey theater of the mind plus, which I do sometime, and it's worth asking me, because sometimes I do get a little bit into the theater of the mind plus. This is a lot more tactical here, so feel free to do movement across people and things like that. And I am happy for people to move up next to Grace or even into the area where the vampire is. Fish, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna one. Oh no, I'm there. 1, 2. If I stand on Alvarez, would I be? Would it have cover?
So it's difficult terrain for the first two, so you can get there. No, it does not have cover. You can blast it around that corner. That's no problem. I have no problem with that. So you're on top of Alvarez. Got it.
Yeah.
There
you go.
I just moved him there.
Right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw up my my stun gun.
Okay. And launch that across there. Oh, that's ugly.
Yeah. I'll spend a penny.
Is that shooting?
It is. Because he's got a ranged, like a tasery thing, the things that shoot out. But it's actually an electrical art. The color of the robotics thing he built. That's the hit you wanted.
Right, now he
All
rolls
right.
a vigor roll at -2.
Oh, he rolls a vigor roll. Oh, -2.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got to pull his character sheet up. I apologize. Because
Now it doesn't say whether he's got to match the thing, so I would imagine as long as it's over 4, he succeeds. Which case he's fine.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna give a vigor roll. Ooh, his vigor's a D10, dudes.
I
Yeah,
thought
and
it would
he
have been
matches
next
it.
to nothing.
He
but
he is
yeah.
not a wild card, so he gets the 6. I'm gonna say that it's not that he has to get a 4. I think he has to beat it. So go ahead and tell me what it does to him.
He's stunned.
Very good. Look up that in East Texas University, please, and paste that for us, Rob, because I know how fast you do that. Or Pete, or whoever. But stunned, I think, means he's going to lose his turn,
Combat
no
cheat
matter
sheet.
if he rolls. Yeah, I was on that too. Yeah, those are options.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Okay. So he is stunned, and we are moving across to Richie. You've heard them yell, Richie.
Yes.
You've seen the bodies. Have you ever seen a dead body before, Richie?
I think probably his mum was into kind of
Necrophilia?
tarot and various other things and some of the darker spiritual side of stuff. So I think he's seen. He worked in as a coroner, that sort of thing. So
Okay.
he's encountered a little bit, but he's not familiar with he's not sees them on an everyday basis. But take your child to work day was a bit macabre.
Did you ever have to take anything from work to show and tell at school?
Here's a hand.
What my mum does at school. My mum is my hero because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Thank you, Tomo, for throwing those in there for us. Distracted, vulnerable, fall prone.
Yep. Or to their knees.
Can't move or take action. And this is until their next turn, as I read it. Correct? So, yeah. The electricity arcs through this guy. And you are extremely satisfied with your creation. But I would like you to roll me a d20. On a 1, you're going to shock yourself too.
Oh my. Ooh.
You're feeling the tingle,
close.
but you got it.
The hair
Wonderful.
standing on end.
Richie, it is your turn.
Can I get in range to swing my axe at him?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can get into his square, so it doesn't quite work.
Oh, I'm going to move back as well on the end of my go.
Are you?
After I
Okay.
shot him. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to move back
then
to
you
there
can get
because
into.
I've got a pace of 6, so...
So Alvarez is on the ground.
Mhm.
You can move into his square. I'll let you do that, and
Okay,
I'll
I'll
let
do
you
that.
whack him with your axe.
I'll use the
And
big.
he, like I said, he is distracted and vulnerable, so he gets a -2 to his parry.
Cool, that's good because I get a +1 to my fighting
Perfect.
because I'm using my trademark
Preferred weapon.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I'm going to use the big axe head.
Rah! And you'll have to tell me
Ooh.
how that works. Oh, that's a nice hit. Whack!
Holy cow!
So you whack this guy. So that's with a raise. So give me the damage.
That's damage.
No.
No, that was a damage
should be
roll.
The hit.
How do I do
Oh, yeah, that was a damage roll.
How do I do the to hit bit?
You roll
fighting.
under skills.
Oh, fighting.
You got fighting.
Yes.
So you roll
Okay.
fighting.
It's fighting +1, so I'll do
There
that.
you go.
You can actually change your character sheet to
Oh, there
say
you go.
roll
Nice.
attack and damage.
You
So
get
you
plus
got-
2 because he's
Yep. So you
Stunned.
here, you got a 9. So I hope your +1's already added. It may not be. But
Yes,
you
I've
still have
added
a
it on
9,
there. Yeah.
10, 11. So you've gotten the raise on the fighting, which
Okay,
means
cool.
you'll get an extra D6 to the damage once you roll your. Actually, let's say this is your damage. That's fine by me.
Okay.
So you got a 12 plus a
Mhm.
D6. So
I'm
I'll give you a
rolling
D6.
6, D6. I will get faster at this.
I
5.
don't know. And so you see the axe comes down and you just crush this guy's rib cage in and just it pushes him down into the flowing water and crunches him. The sound is horrific. However,
Sorry.
it's just lying there. Okay. And it's still wiggling and making some movements, but it looks like it's pretty beat.
It's twitching. Can I go
It's
back
still
anywhere?
twitching.
Am I stuck here?
Oh,
We don't
is
have
it-
movement to go
I
back.
think-
to
You're in 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could go in. Well, you can't really. No.
I'll stay where I am then. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Have I seen have I seen his mouth? Have I seen him talking?
Who?
Did he have fake fangs in, this guy? Well, because he said to us,
Oh.
what are you doing here? Have I seen his,
I
his
would
mouth?
say, give me a notice roll. Is that right? Is that what we have in this game? I apologize. Is it notices or is it?
Not
am I-
notice,
I
yes.
missed this game.
Yeah.
Back in a minute.
Okay, give me a notice roll. In the dark, in the action. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Grace, he had fangs, but there was nothing fake looking about him.
Okay, so
With that 16, you think this is a vampire like out of the freaking books.
okay,
A 16? Whoa. Yeah.
I've been handed this stake by Andy. I take it we're out of fighting initiative now. She is going to plant this in his
yes.
chest,
Okay.
and she's going to push down hard into his chest.
Right into that spot with the heart. Okay. There is a brief pause in time as you shove this piece of wood, it splinters as it goes down into that, and you hit the bottom. You can feel when you've crunched through and you've hit the bottom of that waterway. And all of a sudden, he arches back and then explodes into motes of dust with a whooshing sound and is gone.
So cool.
What the shit
Andy,
just happened there?
Andy is absolutely. He's like he's so pleased. He's a beaming smile. He's like, wow.
And he's back in it. Damn it.
Seriously, this university's getting fucking stranger and stranger. Right, let me have a look at Alvarez.
Okay, Alvarez is pretty beat the heck up.
Yeah.
I'll move.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
check him all over and basically
Okay,
apply whatever
does
we
any-
need to.
Okay, go ahead. Give me a roll. Science. Okay, that's good enough.
That's against my pre-med. So
Okay.
at least I can discern what his problem is.
Oh yeah. It looks like the side of his face was hit with like a lead pipe or something, in that it's crunched in as far as the cheekbone, and one of his eyes is sort of squished up a little bit. The jawbone is broken and hanging to the side a little bit. His tongue appears lacerated. He's breathing, and his head is out of the water. But your first aid will stabilize him. to where he's not going to just die as he's bleeding right now, but he is in a really bad shape.
Right. Are you going to permit me to use my science for pre-med as a first aid roll?
This time.
No, anytime. Because I think last
Yep.
time, depending on my pre-med roll, we gave Grace a +1
I think that's fair, Rob. With
to
pre-med,
her first aid,
I think
didn't we?
I think it's usually much more of a discerning what's going on thing
Yeah,
as opposed to a practicum yet.
yeah.
However,
So I'll tell
I think
Grace
that it's
what
enough.
needs to happen, and then Grace will get a plus whatever to her roll. Which I
thank you,
think
Rob,
is-
for bringing that
is
back
better.
up and giving us that. That is
Yeah.
I like that. That is a better
Yeah.
way of doing it. Okay, Grace, get a +1. Actually, you get a +2 because you rolled an 8.
My healing.
Yes, first aid.
First aid. And she rolls an 8 +2. Okay. You have stabilized him. He is not going to die. He is in a not a great situation. He may lose one of those eyes, depending. But
I'll make him an eye patch just in case.
very good. Okay, what do you guys want to do? I mean, Tomo's stepped away from the screen for a second, but you think, honestly, you've not burned more than like 10 minutes
Yeah.
since you came down. So the sun is above the horizon, and I say that for a reason.
Do you think there might be more of them down here? Because that's a lot of carnage for one.
Well,
You got the
I mean,
tentacles as well.
they,
Oh,
they might be. They might have to. They might have decided to go to their coffins for the day.
Was anybody recording this on their phone, by the way?
Oh,
We
if
had our
no
phones
one's-
out and using them for
No.
lights.
What I'll say is, with your character sheets,
When we saw that first cop, you mean that nobody turned their phone to video?
if you give me a smarts roll at a -2 and succeed, you can think of that if you so choose. Look at that. Charles thinks of it.
Well done, Chuck.
Okay, so you're on video on your phone.
No, I thought
During
about
this.
it. I haven't done it.
Okay, that's fair enough. No, that's fair enough.
Absolutely.
You're
I
role
mean,
playing. You're like,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I didn't know. I did think about it, but I thought, I mean, bear in mind,
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't actually slept. My phone is so low on charge.
that's true. That's
You
fair
know,
enough.
so
You're like, you
I've
know
got
what?
to take that into consideration. So, but I do say, hey guys, moving forward, I think somebody who's got more battery power than I have on their phone should start recording this shit, unless we've still got the
Wow.
stuff from the theatre. No, we handed all that back, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
What
We
I-
should have. We should
yeah.
have popped into Glenn Mack's place and got a
So
camera.
what I think is, if anyone's willing to give me a Benny, their phone's at 50%. Otherwise, it's lower because you've been up all night partying and everything else. Oh, I love your puppy dog, John. Oh, you're so pretty.
I did add a digital camera to my gear, but I'm not sure I can wield an axe and take pictures at the same time.
That's
It's
a
also
fair
not
enough-
video.
That's a fair enough assessment.
Martin,
Yeah, you can pass it to somebody if they want.
I've changed your axes, so now when you click on them, it'll do the attack first, and then on the attack, it'll
attack and
it'll
damage,
say
thank you.
re-roll and then damage.
Yeah.
So all you need to
Okay.
do is click on the damage button.
Thank you.
No worries.
So you guys just destroyed a vampire. What's
know.
the thoughts going through you guys' heads?
My thoughts are that we've got no evidence of what we've done here, and we've got a lot of dead cops around us.
Take a picture of
This
the.
is
I'll
not-
take some pictures of the camera of the scene and what's
Absolutely.
down
He's
here.
gone to dust, hasn't he? So is there still a
So-
thing of dust motes in the air?
No.
So they've
So-
literally Grace has gone pop and gone and I've gone
Puff of
shit.
smoke.
We should have been recording this. And
Yep. And now you can take
and now
pictures
the
of dead
dust
pops
motes have
all you
actually
want.
dropped.
Yeah.
Now we need to find another vampire to kill so that we can have it on video.
Okay,
Very good.
I'm up for that. As long as you
Andy's
kill
just Andy's
Very
just
subtle.
super pleased. He got to see a vampire.
it. Now,
just
do
extremely-
we
he's-
go down where the
Andy has
vampire
been
was,
so bored with his life.
Yeah.
or do we go up and round where the dead bodies are going?
The thing is, Andy's also a bit of a cryptozoologist, so he's
Yep.
he's into all that stuff.
So Andy should have been videoing everything then.
Oh yeah, you say that now.
Well, I'm just saying,
just-
if he's a
he was-
cryptozoologist, you would have been well into that and gone, oh, it could
wasn't
be
really thinking about it at the
crocodile
time,
tails,
but
or it
he's-
could be tentacles, scaly tentacles.
He's kicking himself now, but he didn't think about it.
So what are you gonna do?
Okay. Well, as long
So
as
he's going to
somebody
get ready.
does it.
Next encounter we have, Andy's going to video it.
I think
Yeah.
he will. Okay.
I think we need at least 2 people to do it, to be fair, because then we're not just going, oh, is it, isn't it? We've got 2 videos from 2 different people from 2 different mobile phones that picked up the same thing. So we need
Wow.
really 2
I
people
like it.
to make it believable.
Okay.
But we also more importantly, we know that stun guns work on vampires.
It worked really well.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Ah.
I mean, yes,
I wonder
it
if
may not
works on
have
police
done
as well.
damage.
I shoot Alvarez.
Okay. Let us move forward as we
Okay.
are moving through
Yeah,
time rapidly.
Are we going down where Grace and Tomo is, or are we going up where the bodies are?
Well, I'm not sure we don't
Well,
need to
up,
get
up
Alvarez to a
here is
hospital.
there's a ladder up here.
Yep. That
We
goes
can
up to
maybe
the
get Alvarez up there.
there's a street up there if you peek up it. So nothing else really up there. And then there's a storm drain ahead of you that's dumping water left over from the rain down in ahead of you.
We can get out to the street, can we? Up there.
Yep, you can.
I slap him on the jaw. Come on, wake up.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Stop it.
Yeah.
We get it. I think we take him up the ladder, get him onto the street. One of us runs to the nearest house, knocks on the door, tells them to call the police, get an ambulance, take care of him, and we're going back down the storm drain to sort out these vampires.
Does Alvarez have his
mobile
phone
phones?
on him?
Oh, yes, he does. Alvarez's
Okay.
phone is still in his pocket.
Does he
So
also
I'd
have
say
any
we take him up to the street. Yeah. And we
Very good.
use his phone to dial emergency and just leave the phone on him on the street. They'll
you
track
dial
him down. They'll
So what
track
do you
him
dial?
down.
Actually, I wonder, what do you dial?
911.
911.
Oh, okay. You've seen way too many TV shows. Well done. So you dial it and leave it on his chest, and you can hear there's a dispatcher going, hello, hello, and you know that they're
Yeah.
going to try and figure out where he's at, and they're going to send
They'll,
somebody.
they'll,
Come on,
they'll
you've
use
got to say
they'll use the
something.
GPS. No, they'll use the GPS to track him down. They'll know it's a cop's
Yep.
phone. They'll be here
Yep.
sharpish.
Mm-hmm. But you're worried about Zach, that's for sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
so
some of
I
you were
guess
worried about
what
Zach,
we might want to
some of you
do
were
is
worried about others.
take the other 4 coppers and put those up there as dead bodies then.
No, I'd say we leave
no,
them
leave
down
them
here,
there.
to be honest.
So
Leave-
all evidence is going to
Leave
go.
them where they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not going to
Touch
float away.
bodies.
The bodies aren't going to float away. Leave them where they are. The blood might float away, but the bodies aren't going to float away.
Yeah.
There's not enough water for that.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I would have
You're
been
on
spoken
mute,
to the
John.
operator and said, "This is Detective
John, you're
Alvarez's
muted.
phone."
John, you're
John,
muted.
you're on
John, you're
mute.
muted. You're muted, John. John, you're muted.
Can't hear you, John. You're
John,
muted.
Muted.
You're muted, and we missed all your brilliant dialogue.
What are you saying, John?
We missed some awesome dialogue.
Who's hearing Christine reverbing?
Yes, through
There's a
Pete.
bit.
A little bit. Just a little bit. It's not
Okay.
terrible in the grand scheme of things.
Only when she
Let me
gets
close the door.
excited.
I'll probably solve it.
And
Very
there's
good.
also, there's also
Wow, that's rude, that is, mate.
Yeah, that is so
I just closed it out. Just
God.
They've been the dog's
Last
bed tonight.
adventure, you threw her under the bus. Now you're shutting her out. Poor Christine. Poor
she can still
Christine.
talk.
Come
She
on,
can still
come on.
talk to me.
Okay, guys.
so
Okay,
here.
guys.
just so we don't
Let's
forget.
go
There's
down
also,
there then.
8:44.
Let's go.
There is no way I'm wandering around down here. There is no way I'm leaving this guy on the street like this. I'm just not doing it. Okay? There's also a bunch of dead people down there who are cops. I'm staying with this guy until the cops come, and then I'm going to tell them what we found.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm just not having this. It's like, it's just unhinged. I mean, what the heck is wrong with you people?
Hey, okay, look, we're going to go after Zach. So you stay with Alvarez. We're moving on.
All good.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. you actually got
You
me
did
there,
again.
John. Well done. well played. I mean, so let me put this way. One of the tenets of East Texas University is it's a little more cinematic and a little more suspension of disbelief on multiple things. And I explained this to some of the others. I don't know if I really got this to you, John, but if you're thinking Buffy the Vampire Slayer, at this point, they're not saying, let's go wait for the cops or call the National Guard. They're like, we're going to go down into the sewers and do whatever.
We're gonna be zebras.
It's just the way that the game is designed. If you don't, it's not an issue. So it's all good.
Be more
He thinks they're
seasoned.
nuts. He thinks
If he
they're
wants-
crazy. I mean, not that he was the person. Remember, he was the guy who says we got to go get our mate.
Oh,
out of the
yeah.
sewer.
No, I know he was.
And
Yeah.
in all honesty,
the thing that stopped him is dead cops.
yeah.
yes.
Mm.
But
And I think
we-
that
But they particularly, I mean, I can shoot reasonably, right?
Yep.
But the cops were heavily armed, and they've all been chewed to pieces.
would you
Yeah.
like to investigate around above for any other entrances?
No, I want to stay with this guy and make sure that he's
Fair enough.
safe.
That's
I mean,
fair enough.
Speaking for Andy, Andy has a curious hindrance.
Yep.
So-
and
So do I.
He kind of has to go.
Yeah,
yeah.
Snap.
I'm in-
driven
I'm in trouble.
by that curious.
Yeah.
That curious.
I'm in trouble because I'm impulsive and curious.
And
Oh,
I'm completely
brilliant.
clueless when it comes
Yeah.
to common sense. Really,
Yeah.
sometimes.
So we have one person with common sense.
Basically,
Is
what
up
we
the
have
top.
is a gang of people who are complete hoons, and
Yeah.
me.
Yes.
Yes. That's scary. That's scary.
That's it.
Okay.
And I have the loyalty hindrance, unfortunately, so I will stick with
Oh,
my
there we go.
She's going to stay with us, guys. So hey.
I will stick with my friends. Stand by their sides, defend them.
Bonkers.
Oh, don't! What's wrong with me?
Yeah. I don't think anyone would say anything if Tomo makes the common sense choice to go up and take care of Alvarez. That makes a lot of sense in the grand
It
scheme of
does,
things.
and as
It
far
does.
as Andy's concerned, Tomo's just a guy who turned up this evening. I mean, he's
Yeah.
he doesn't really know much about Tomo. You know, he talks.
Yeah.
He's wondering what Tomo is doing at ETU. He sounds a bit more Ivy League than
Oh, he does. Doesn't he? Little-
East
little
Texas.
pause.
I mean,
Little pause.
just a tiny bit. So he's a bit curious about him, but you're muted again, John. You keep muting yourself.
That's an awkward conversation.
Whilst we're having this conversation about going on or going up,
Because that's my hindrance.
I write a little note and I put it in Alvarez's shirt pocket, and it just says, "Don't worry, you pissed yourself." Smiley with a smiley face underneath because he's been led in water. I would have sent it to his mobile phone in a text message, but then anybody looking at his phone would see that I was the last person to message him, and then that would ask questions.
That's fair enough. We will find out about Alvarez in the near future.
Oh.
Okay. So let's push through.
Yeah.
As far as time, what do you guys think? Do you want to back out?
Keep moving. Yeah, let's go down this corridor.
I mean, you can back out. I mean, you can. I will not stop that. If the whole team wants to just go, you know what? Let's do something else. I'm happy with that. We'll just.
I need to find Zach.
Yep.
His dad will not forgive me if anything happened to him.
And Andy reckons Andy's telling you guys that there's probably a nest of these vampires, and we need to find the nest.
It is daytime now outside.
And it is daytime. They're probably dormant. Vampires go dormant in the daytime.
Just so we don't forget.
Far too much about vampires, Andy. What have you been up to these last few weeks?
No, I just read a lot.
What have you been doing with Evil Lynn?
You read a lot. That's your excuse.
Look, check his neck.
I may have an interest in, cryptozoology. I may have read a lot about various urban myths and, vampire lore and that kind of stuff.
Have you been introduced to Grace's roomie? She looks like the type that wants to be a vampire.
Oh, there is another piece that I'll add to that in a minute. But first, we will carry on.
Just so we don't forget, there's another set of stairs back there.
There is.
Yeah, there is.
Stairs
down at the thing which
right
we can
here.
go across. No,
And at the bottom.
Down the bottom.
Yeah.
Where we crossed, where Grace helps
Yes,
us all
side of
across.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, there was another way into the storm drain.
Yes, there is.
But having said that, the vampire came from this direction, so...
Oh yeah, just to bear it in mind for future. Wasn't a sin go there now. But...
Go ahead and move on down. Absolutely.
Oops, there you go.
Okay, I have a quick peek around the corner.
Absolutely. So you're looking around the corner. You're looking.
How come we got Andy in the front again?
No.
Fish in the front. Fish in the front. How come the weakest one's in the front?
Yeah.
I said, are you going first, Grace? Or do you want me to go first? So I just went first. Okay, I'm also keeping my eye on the ceiling because I too have watched that Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I know vampires can crawl on ceilings.
It's not that high above you. You're stooping a little bit, so that's not a terrible worry. You see a room ahead of you, way down at the end, barely at the edge of your light.
By the way, Andy, with his baseball helmet on and baseball bat in one hand, he looks just like a kid playing dress up. He looks like a kid in his backyard playing,
Absolutely,
knights,
I love it.
Knights
I love
and
it.
dragons.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Ahead of you, you can see another of those rooms that the water is dumping down into a hole, coming in from different directions, and you're probably going to need an athletics roll to go either here or here.
Right.
Okay, so we can stand on these bits, presumably?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Which way are we going?
And it looks dry on this side and this side.
Okay. Grace, would you be able to get us on up one side?
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I've just rolled a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can I jump over there?
So which way are we going?
Where am I jumping to? Where do you want me to jump to?
Which side?
Let's go right.
Yeah.
Sadly, I've been trying to type, so I'm so lost as to where the fuck we are. If you lot left me, I would be lost down here. I don't know where the fuck I am.
Let's go right.
Okay, I'll move you.
Wait until I get you to a corn maze. She's got to make a roll for that.
She
rolled
has.
She did.
Oh, you
No,
did.
no,
Made it.
Done the 7.
Okay, pull them across. Pull them across.
Yeah.
I see it now. I didn't see it until then. Wonderful.
That's fine. That's fine.
So you can pull people across. There's a little junction.
Okay.
Are you guys being quiet?
It goes to the left.
Yeah.
Well, as quiet as we can be, knowing full well the vampires are around. And after watching Buffy, we also know vampires, some of them have very good hearing.
Very sensitive hearing.
Very sensitive.
Very good.
Yeah.
So
I bet you they
you
don't
guys are
suffer
pulling
from
all
tinnitus.
across. Go ahead. Carry on.
I'm
Carry
moving
on.
up.
Because we want to see everyone moving. Okay.
There's lots of twists and turns here.
As you
I know, I'm
round the
completely
corner-
lost.
As you round
Oh.
the corner, you can see Zach Weiler lying prone on the ground.
Shh.
I can also see another
see
duty off to
that.
the left.
Yes, you can. But those people are lying on piles of refuse and small mattresses, sleeping.
Okay. Is there water on the ground?
You've got a fixation with this water bit.
No, there is not.
There's no water. Okay. So in which
dry.
case, I'm going to go on tiptoes with the stake in one hand and my little my little shotgun in the other. Tippy toes.
Okay. Are you guys moving in with your stakes and stuff? They appear asleep.
So Andy's got a stake in one hand and his taser in the other hand.
Very good.
And I get to there
Okay.
and I've rolled my stealth and I got a 5.
That's good enough.
Okay. So I can now see everything. So what I do is are all 3 sleeping on a mattress?
Yes. Different mattresses.
And he's also
Okay.
got a 5 on his stealth.
Very good. So Andy and Fish can go in there and be prepared to do what they want to do.
God damn it. I was going to go
Fish?
there.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'll go this way then.
I've had enough of getting shot at. And I go over to the woman and I'm just going to stake.
Are you going to wait for anyone else
Yeah,
to
let's
come in?
wait until everyone else gets in position.
Just a question. Just a question.
I'm going to
Not
spend
that-
a penny.
John, you would have let everybody.
And try
You'd
another
have let
stealth.
those. You'd have let that.
There we go.
Okay.
That's
Grace
it.
is stealthed.
Okay.
There's
All right.
Richie.
Yep.
She's stealth. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
All ready?
so
So-
we're all in. And then
3,
Okay.
2, 1.
how to use this?
I'm not going to make a roll for this, even though I probably should. I think that
Is Richie
you
calling
guys
this?
can put these pieces of wood into the chests of these
Oh,
young
I'm recording
vampires.
this one.
Yes, you are. And
I'm recording this one. And
This
so
is
Andy-
Recording these 2 as well.
this is going to be
Yeah.
freaky as heck for anyone that sees any of this. But boom, you push those boards down to where they hit the ground a grate down below. Poof! There's the ash going everywhere. Zach is unconscious but not dead. He has not been bitten. It just looks like he's been beaten up. There's been a couple of, you think maybe he's a snack for later, or maybe you don't know, but whatever the case, there is a ladder at the far end.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to go up that,
Yeah.
you're going to
Is
be
there
out on
any evidence around here? Any documentation or anything that we can
Ooh.
Yeah.
look for?
I'm thinking. Give me 2 seconds.
Goths like
Anything
to
like- and on
write.
them as well.
They like to
No,
write
they went poofed, didn't they?
really horrible diaries.
Yeah, I am a poor GM compared to Ghazi. I will, but let me think for 2 seconds. I'll give you a not spot hidden, a
You're gonna have to make a stealth roll there, John.
Notice.
investigation
again.
notice roll. Thank you, John. Oh yes, you are absolutely have.
Oh, you're
found
coming
that.
in down the ladder. I see. Okay.
Absolutely.
You have to move the other way.
Nice. Sorry,
Okay.
that's how I built it. So yeah, so I think what you can find amongst them is a cell phone.
Okay, excellent.
It's an old
We'll take
Nokia,
Huh.
and it's drained of battery. But with a little bit of effort, you guys might be able to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough?
Good stuff. Yeah.
That charging cable
All right.
didn't throw away 20 years ago. It's still going to come in use.
In the distance, you guys can hear sirens. Do you guys
let's-
want to
Let's get out of here. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
We're going to grab
I've-
Zach, get him up that ladder.
I've done my
Okay.
pre-med, so if so, I should know roughly what's again. So if Grace needs to administer first aid to get him moving,
He's been just bashed the side of the head and knocked out.
right? Okay,
He's
Are you
probably
only
got a
smelling salts?
concussion.
Well, we can hand him up to Tomo because Tomo's up the top of the ladder.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Pull him up.
Way to go, Tomo! Here,
Okay.
quick, take Zach.
Here you go. Here's Zach.
Zach
Where are the
goes up.
cops? Are the cops there?
No,
We can-
no. They're in the distance. You guys could probably head off if you chose.
Probably want to get into the cars and get gone.
Fair enough. If you so choose,
nice.
you guys can load in the cars and the motorcycles and get the heck out of Dodge. Is that
Yeah,
your
we'll put
choice?
Zach in the back seat of Tomo's Mustang,
No,
and then
I think we should be explaining what the hell's happened. I think we should be
Hey,
shooting
look.
off.
Does anyone- does anyone- Wait.
as much as I
does
would like to.
anyone-
Sorry, go.
Does anyone look at their video really quick?
Oh, yeah, I can have a look at
Yes.
it. Yeah, see what we got.
Yeah, if they don't show up in mirrors, they don't show up on cell phones.
Ah, damn it!
interesting fact. Apparently,
One was mirrorless.
no. Apparently, they do show up in mirrors because the mirrors back in the olden days were made of silver, and of course,
Okay.
silver affects them. But nowadays, they can actually see their reflection in glass windows.
It's just the rare earth metals. Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. Okay, so I'm being a bad GM and screwing you out of a really cool chance to explain yourself to the cops, and everyone in the
No.
whole town would be like,
No.
"You guys got the vampires." Not gonna happen.
So there's
And
nothing on it.
Andy,
Right. Okay.
Andy knows this is a bad move.
Yeah.
Right. So
Okay, come
I'm
on,
going to
let's
use
go.
I'm going to use my one of my edges, which is to basically give clear instructions and support to allies in the thick of battle. But I'm going to
Okay.
loosely use it for this, and I go, look.
Fair enough.
I recommend we just say that that our friend Zach was plonked down. Alvarez has already made the police report based on that. We decided to go down. We found Alvarez. We found 4 dead coppers, and we pulled Zach up. We don't know what's done it. Allegedly, there might be crocodiles
You know
in
what?
the
Or a
sewers,
bear. It could be
or
a bear, Rob.
or something like that. We don't know what's happened.
Because those bears
But-
use lead pipes all the time, and we know it was a lead pipe that
absolutely.
hit the side of that.
Yeah.
I've seen bears
Yeah.
with lead pipes.
If
I mean, you take one of their
Andy-
salmons, You take
If
one of their
anyone-
salmons and they turn into Kung Fu Kings. I've seen it on videos.
If anyone
Andy's
does
got
want
to be up
to
there.
deal with the police, I'll stay behind.
Okay,
and I'll
so
get
you
dropped
guys
off
are going to
later.
stay.
Okay, yeah, we'll stay. But what Andy's going to do is he's going to say that he thinks it was the crocodile, the alligators.
Yeah.
Alligators.
The alligators.
Alligators.
There's something down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I sense anything from my other edge? I get
Which is?
felt psychically sensitive, so I could sense or communicate with supernatural beings. Can I sense anything else
So
down there?
I think there's two of you that could
Yeah, I
play
can do
that
that
out.
as well.
Hmm.
I'm
You
not
could
going
have
to
actually
try.
sensed the vampires
I-
and went, we're going to kill you.
Yeah.
I think
I get
when
any-
you guys were killing them, you both felt a message go by you.
To the head vampire.
I'll be back.
You don't know what it
Basically,
was, you don't know what
yeah.
it is, but you felt a rush from them going
Yeah,
out
it's like-
and up those stairs.
And letting the head vampire know that they've been killed.
And if you think
Okay.
about it, they were trapped. There's nowhere they could go. It's daylight. They were absolutely trapped in their little nest and were put to death.
Richie gives him a look and is like, okay, yeah, it acknowledges that similar sense flashes across his face. It's like, okay, yeah, so he's not alone in the
Okay.
sensitive,
Yes.
psychically
Right.
sensitive world.
So, Tomo, how far
Okay.
away is the other outlet that you went up with Alvarez?
Over there.
So
Oh, it's
really,
not far
no,
at all
it's not far. It's like a little neighborhood. This was the little storm drain, and things went down and other things. Okay,
Right.
quick pee
So-
break, and we'll be back for the last hour. Wow, our characters went through a ridiculous set of circumstances. Once again, this is East Texas University. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the Goonies, things like that. If you imagine a town in East Texas where 4 or 5 cops get killed by vampires, it would probably shut down the state. However, the newspapers the next day talk about a bear that got caught in the storm drains somehow, killed a couple of cops, injured some others, and scared the crap out of some students. It makes the newspapers, etc., etc., etc. I'm going back in time now to a couple of our students who have exams to take.
I want more bennies. This is prior to me spending bennies. Give me my bennies.
Oh no!
Oh,
you're
yes.
stuck.
Oh yes. I want
No,
bennies.
you're
Give me the
stuck.
bennies or else.
You're stuck.
You better give me bennies. I'm not
I'm
rolling
not
then.
going to do it. Not going to do it.
I'm not
gonna
rolling.
do it.
Not rolling.
Well,
Yeah,
think
it's
about it.
prior. It's prior to the adventure down the drains. I had more bennies. Give me bennies.
Okay, so as long as you don't burn more bennies than you have left, because you would have burned some down in the sewers, that's fine.
No, because this was happening before we went down the sewers. I want my bennies back. Give the bennies or else. I know that I've got a shitty dice. I'm going to need to re-roll this repeatedly. Give me some bennies or else. I ain't rolling.
So here's what I'll do. I mean, I do want to be absolutely fair, because you did the adventure before your exams. But I am looking at your one Benny that's left, Christine, and that is a little bit brutal before you go into your exams. Who has an exam left?
I haven't done
Richie,
any rolls.
and Grace.
Andy,
I haven't done any.
Andy, Grace, and Mon. So what I will do
I had to do it twice.
yes, you did. So what
That's
I will
your
do
fault. You took 2 bases.
is I'm going to give a Benny to Mon, to Christine, and to Pete.
It's not fair they didn't spend no pennies down
You
there.
each have a Benny to use
I'm not wrong.
because you're not rolling. What are you? Oh my! The cat's looking up and right. Oh my gosh!
No.
Not rolling.
If the cat
No,
looks up and
what-
right,
what-
we're all
Not rolling.
screwed.
What do I have to roll? What do I have to roll?
Christine, no, Christine. Do you feel
Christine.
I am being unfair?
Oh yeah, definitely being unfair. This happened before the sewers. Give me my bennies or else.
John, how do you deal with this when you're a GM? Gee, crap!
You're the one
Please.
who jumps the timeline. It ain't my fault.
Can't believe how
No.
incredibly zen I am about most of these things.
Hey, if you,
You know,
noticed
I-
in John's game,
yeah.
we've never got inspiration points.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's true.
So-
actually, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think what I'll say is giving you a Benny back is more than you probably deserve. And I'm going to stick with it 100%. I think because unless you spend 2 bennies and now you're into the ones that are beyond, it's not a big deal. The cat's looking up and right. Look at that cat. Holy crap.
It's all
I've
right.
never
If
seen a cat look
anyone-
up and right harder than any other cat.
If anyone needs me to help them with revision prior to the test, I will.
Okay.
I will make the roll, and you will get a plus.
So, the first person to go in this role is going to be Christine. Because that's how I feel right now. And I need to know what skill best goes against your particular major.
That would be my science.
Okay, now, what I will say from that is you have a -2 because of all your sports.
And no, I don't, because I am being tutored.
Yes, you are. And so
Thank you very
get
much.
a
At
plus
the
2
expense
from your tutoring.
of, from the expense of the coaches.
John, the coaches are spending money of their own to tutor her.
They got to make sure she passes,
Okay.
otherwise she can't play for them no more.
So let's see what happens when you
Actually, that's
take
a
your
good point.
test.
Can I be her tutor and get paid for teaching her?
Maybe next semester. You're just a freshman right now.
Oh, okay. Bollocks. I mean,
So go
that's
ahead.
fair.
Let's make that science roll, Christine. Come on. Here it is. Look at that. The cat's looking up and right. That's I'm still looking at the healing roll you last did.
Yeah, which is crap.
Yeah, she's got to flick through 30 pages first of 28
Come on.
online shopping pages, and then
Then she can get to finally rolling.
yeah. Pete wouldn't
Give her a
mind, but
mouse.
26
Pete.
of them are all bookshops.
Least Pete could do is
Oh, you might want to
what?
spend a penny.
Somebody's going
That
to
wasn't me.
fail
Oh,
their
that's
semester.
Tomo.
That wasn't me.
That was me just winding you up because she's trying to find her things. I thought, wow. I rolled mine last week, so
Oh my gosh, that's awesome! Ah,
Oh my god. Look at this, guys. Look at this.
gosh!
Tomo
Oh,
sneaks
that's one of
in.
the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Oh, we were
Tomo
all like,
sneaks in a
"Chris-
roll, and we all believe it was
Christine's
Grace's.
failed.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Well done.
one of us has
Okay,
got
Grace,
greened up
come on.
to match the car, obviously.
Whoever's doing that, Steele, no way. Come on. Come on, Christine.
Also, I was trying to give it cover so you could find the thing on a character sheet.
Ah,
There you go.
There it is.
there you go.
Boom.
Okay, you have passed your exams.
Oh, that
And now
cat
you what? You
does
have to
not
roll a
look happy with you.
2d6.
2d6. She's trying to get 7. I know it. 2d6. 3. 3 is teacher's pet. I think you are Glenn Mack's new teacher's pet. You have done so much for his investigations that he will help you in any way you want through this next semester. You
Dirty
can
old man.
abuse the crap out of that. And I will lean into the abuse as much as I can because I think you deserve it. Very good.
Hey,
Glenn
you
Mack.
do know that abusing a person in a wheelchair is actually a criminal activity.
Okay. Pietro. I mean...
Pietro!
That explains where the bear came from.
Grab it. Oh, shit. Yeah.
So,
Andy.
Andy, let us do what you
Yeah.
need to do. What is your
So,
skill that is against your
It's
major?
not bad. You haven't got your
I think it's going to be either science or academics, I would guess.
Okay, so what
It'll
do
be
you think?
science. Psychology, science.
Okay,
Yep.
we'll go with science. I get a +2 because I have the test taker edge.
Oh!
Oh, you sneaky snow and snow.
Sneaky! Look at him go! Awesome!
So here we go. Well, hey, look, I still got. I still might fail.
5. You got it. You have passed your exams. So do your 2d6.
2d6.
What'd you get?
Oh, teacher's pet again. 3.
Okay.
2d6s are rolling crap.
Yeah, they are.
Give me a chance to work your teacher's pet because I don't want to give you anyone that we've had so far. Okay? And
You want to know who
Christine,
we've
if-
had so far? I can tell you who we've had so far.
Fair
We've
enough.
had me with Glenn Mack, and we've had Fish with Mr. Horn. Dr.
Yes.
Horn, whatever. Yeah.
Yes.
Horny.
So
horny dude.
give me another
English lip.
one, and just let me know. I will work another one in because I've got another piece I want to work, and I
Fine.
think that actually no, I will tell you now that Sonia Alvarez has noticed you in the life sciences course and is talking to you about maybe doing some work at the AG library.
Okay.
Strangely enough, the 2 people with the psychic ability are now being talked to by Sonia Alvarez. Okay. Very good. Let us go to the last person who has a test to take. So what skill are you putting against your major?
Well, that's a good question. I think it's either going to be academics or performance.
Okay.
Because
What do you want? What's
musical
higher?
theory.
I
They're
don't
both the same.
care.
They're both 6s.
Okay.
I think
So what
he'd
do
be
you
leaning
want?
into the performance more if he wants to do band stuff and things like that. So
Very good.
go for that.
Okay. Let's see it. Tell me what you get.
2 4s.
2 4s. So you have succeeded. So now give me a 2d6. Everyone has succeeded in passing their exams. The first half of
5.
the freshman. 5. Administrative privileges. Someone in admissions likes you. For now, you get a connections edge with a non-teacher ETU Dean's Choice until your next advance. Okay. As we move forward, so take note of that.
Yeah.
There will be a chance for you to talk to the administration about what student is missing from this dorm or something like that, right?
Okay.
So we can lean into that when that happens. I could just make something up and go with it, but I'd rather give you the chance to, when it happens, lean into it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I heard a beep. Someone was sent something. Okay.
I looked up the edge because I've got it as well.
Which is
Okay, yeah.
what's the edge?
So I've also got the administrative privilege edge.
Yes.
Okay.
So I went and looked it up because it basically gives you the connections edge with somebody. Yeah.
Thank you.
We didn't establish yours either, did we, John? Because I was waiting to try and do something that will work with the system.
Academic stuff, wasn't it?
Absolutely. So we have worked ourselves through, and now the semesters will not be as long as this semester was, where we have spent X amount of games to get to the middle test before the finals of this semester. So if you think about it, we have tests twice every year of your academic career. Okay? You've got well, actually, it's more than that. No, it's more than that. It's 4 times a year. Every semester, you get midterms and finals. And there are 4 years of university. So you're going to get this multiple times. However, if I were to look at East Texas University and see what is supposed to be happening as far as points for you guys, I think I need to take a quick look and see, because I think every time you get a test, you get X amount of points to build your characters. So,
About XP.
yes.
It seems to be players make an exam roll every time they earn 5 XP
So
prior to resolving their advance.
So you get 5 XP. So if you look at SWADE and the game, you guys all have 5 XP to spend on your characters. Martin, I know you're just coming into the game, but, so be it. To keep yourself in with the rest of the game. And John, I mean, you've been here for a bit and everything. You have 5 points which you'll be spending on your characters. I'm excited to see how you go. Understand, when you go to your sophomore year, you get a -1 against your academic roll.
Yes.
Junior year, -2. Senior year, -4. So you might want to at least spend a little bit towards your academic skill. But there's still plenty of ways to spend those dang points to make you guys stronger. So, with 30 plus minutes left, I would like to do some other things. Two other things for other characters. John, Martin, Pete, you're going to get a little bit left out. You all right? Okay. I'm sorry. So, Fish,
Yeah.
your fraternity has asked you to do a couple of things. So you've got a pledge book. On the top of each page is the name of one of the members. And they've asked you to go around collecting signatures from those members for doing something for them.
Yep.
You so far have cleaned an oven in one of the off-base apartments, and you got a signature from a guy. You picked up dog poop in the back of this guy's house who he was breeding puppies. That took like a freaking afternoon, but you got the signature. And then you started getting across to some of the others, and you came across. I'm bringing my students. I'm bringing up my. Steve. He says, dude, look. For my signature, I just want you to make sure that something's not wrong with Mike. He's been acting worse and worse.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to leave you at that. Because something's wrong with Mike. I'm going to now move across to Grace. Grace. We are in a game.
Mm-hmm.
And I am hoping that the screen comes up. Everything's going on. I think that's you back behind. Guess what? It's a home game. And we are in a ridiculously... You're down by 2 points. If you kick this in, that's it. You win. And I'll pull some stuff back because I have played this scenario a little bit before. I think that all of your friends are in the stands. Tomo, are you there?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna put you in it because I know. Okay, I think are all you guys
Sorry,
sitting together?
just whoa. Time out a second.
Fair enough.
An opportunity to look at extremely jacked young guys running around on a football field.
In tight pants, absolutely.
Oh.
Much less. I mean,
take that opportunity
absolutely.
every time, isn't it?
Also, whilst we've
And,
got a quick timeout, can I just highlight the fact that the goal is in the wrong position?
Stop it. That's a shadow.
Okay.
It's right here. It's right here.
It
That's
should be.
That's a shadow.
It should
That's
be
a shadow. Right
Here. It
here.
should be here.
No.
No.
It's the end. It's the
I
end.
thought
Yeah.
we could. I thought
No, it's
it
not
was,
rugby.
I thought it was before the touchdown line.
No, it's not.
No.
Okay.
But
Right,
you
I'll
are
let you
thinking
off
that. But you
Stay
are
off
thinking
bounds.
that as the team has come all the way down the field, and you guys see Grace go onto the field with everyone screaming, "Amazing Grace!"
Oh, whereabouts
And
is
they're
the band?
they're by the way they're singing. No, they're singing the hymn.
How sweet the
Oh
fun
yeah, and
that
here
scores
comes
the
here comes
point
Grace.
was.
Exactly.
How
just
close
like
is the band
that.
to me?
Oh, and you guys line up, Grace. You see the team is against you. They're lined up as best they can, and you know that. Oh gosh, I've just got to get his name really quick. I just screwed up on what I wanted to do for the name. Your holder. What's his name?
John Byers.
John
No.
Byers.
Is it John Byers?
Well,
Yeah.
Yes, John Byers. He looks back at you. He's the big tight end, but he's doing the he's doing this.
Oh yes, he has. A
And by the way,
tight end.
It has been a little awkward since that deal with Manny. But yeah, you've done what you needed to do. John looks back at you. He looks forward to the center who's going to hike the ball to him. He raises his hand, and She's waiting for your nod.
I give him a nod.
His hand comes down. The ball bursts through from the center to him. He places it down. And when he does, it slips backwards and flips, bouncing towards you. What do you do?
I don't know. Am I allowed to kick it still?
You can grab it.
Run,
kick it, it's not
Gracie!
gonna do anything.
Run, Gracie! 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 Run, Bo! Run, Bo! Gracie!
Okay.
Gracie!
But
Gracie!
I can't kick it because it's not been placed.
You can kick it, but it's not going to do anything. I mean, you're not going to get it up and above
Okay.
without someone holding it.
Okay, so it slips backwards and bounces. Okay.
I need an athletics roll.
And
Okay.
peppermint patty.
Exactly. It bounces towards you. Let's get that. Oh, look at that athletics roll. Oh, you
Pirouettes. And basically, as it bounces up into the air, she just flicks her foot underneath it, and it just sails over. It's just,
So
It's up to you.
have
Sorry,
the ball.
no.
You have the ball in your hands. Okay, and you're roughly where you're at right now. Which direction do you want to go? You can start moving.
Well, sorry, I can't see myself. My screen's too big at the minute.
So just a question: American football, can you do a drop kick?
You can, but it's really freaking hard. The ball itself is not as good for that
Because of the weird shape.
But the rules,
Yeah.
I don't think you can do a drop kick for a field goal. I think at this point she's got a couple of options. One, she can grab it and try and throw it to someone. Two, she can try and run it, or she can just fall on it and they're going to lose the game.
So what are these other players do? What about this guy here? Are they pushing through so that basically she's got someone to throw to?
She could pass here. She could pass here. She could. I mean, there's things she could do, but as things are going on, I'm going to say this guy has moved forward. This guy's moved forward. I'm going to say that down here things have gotten a little bit convolved, and I would say that you are where you need to. You've got the ball. What do you want to do? I'll make some rolls. This is going to get crazy.
Yeah. I'm going to try running with it.
Where are you going to go?
Bennies.
You do have bennies. Where are you going to go?
I should have more. I'm being cheated out of my bennies. This is another new day, and yet again, I'm being cheated out of bennies. I just want this on record for everybody to see and everybody to hear and know. I'm being cheated out of my bennies yet again.
Oh, sorry, Christine. I forgot to press record.
Okay, let's go. Come on, Christine. Where are you going? Move your character.
No,
I can't move anything.
Don't worry. I won't edit
I
it
can't
out.
move a sausage. I don't have any control over that character.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. I'll get you on there.
Oh, so
Controlled
not
by
only does he screw you about your
Christine.
bennies, he also doesn't let you be able to
There you go.
control your
And
own
then did my
token.
feet-
You got
the floor. Yes, he
control,
has.
Christine. You have control.
Okay, I'm moving up that way. I'm moving up to be kind of behind this guy.
Okay, he moves
And
this way.
basically,
Maybe you can block
I'm following
RLB
him.
and you can slip
using it
in,
with my block.
slip in behind.
He moves in for this block. He's making a block here. I need to make 2 rolls. Just a
okay,
second.
make your rolls.
Before you do anything, I'm going to do 2 d6s just to see what happens. Okay.
Oh,
So this guy up here, this guy here is blocked. This guy may get loose. Okay. Make your roll. I mean, just go where you're going to go. As
So
you're
I'm
coming
rolling
around this
athletics
corner.
again?
No. Just come through where you're going to go, and I'll tell you when to make an athletics roll.
I'm coming through here.
Okay.
Hey!
This guy is rushing up. Okay. This guy.
Oh, if he's moving
coming
that fast, I'm moving that fast.
No,
I'm
wait.
faster than he is.
Yeah. This guy right here is 6'2", maybe 230, and he is moving at you at the speed of a cement truck that has fallen off a mountain.
Just because you're big doesn't make you fast.
Oh,
Just
he
think
is,
about Mo Farah.
no,
Just think
he
about Mo Farah.
is-
I can be small and fast. I am faster than that little
Magic
shit.
Mo.
Abs-
Magic Mo.
Dude,
Exactly.
this guy
I'm
is
faster.
a monster. Remember
I'm faster.
those videos I sent you,
That's
Christine,
right.
of the big fat
I'm
guy
faster.
running fast?
That's great.
This,
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, this guy is.
I'm faster. Mo
So-
Farah. I'm channeling Mo Farah.
Have you still
Here
got
we
your
go.
pepper spray?
Here,
No, but she's got a baseball bat in a backpack.
It's go past.
so this is an athletics against strength. As you evade his tackle, as he crushes across there, and it will hurt like nothing else if you fail.
Ben's
What'd
a
you
The
Benny.
Benny.
And these are the bennies I haven't got because my GM has absolutely
Yep.
stolen my bennies.
You gonna beat that 7?
Go on.
You've got
Do
a
your
Benny.
reroll, Grace.
Athletics. Come on, athletics.
Oh, let's see
Spend
what
that
he
last
does.
penny.
Go on, spend that last penny.
Let's see what he does against it.
Oh no!
Can I give her a penny?
What you gonna do?
No, because I'm cheated out bennies. I don't want any more bennies. Flatten me. Go on.
No, I think I can, as a player,
No.
gift you
No.
a penny.
No.
I have
No.
been.
Yeah.
I have absolutely been shafted
No.
by the GM yet again. I know.
Christine.
I know it.
No. Do you feel truly cheated?
Yep.
By how many
Yep.
minis?
Oh yeah.
By 15.
No. I mean, truly, tell me, do you truly feel you've been shafted out of?
Oh yeah. Yeah. But at least by one. By one Benny. I should have had
Okay.
three.
Then you may
Should
have
I'm
one
being
more.
completely fair. See how
No, no.
fair I'm being.
That's
And
fair.
I've had to insult the GM into being fair. It's just not on.
I mean, technically,
Oh, my
they should have
word.
actually drawn
Oh, my
cards,
word.
shouldn't
So
they?
so beyond. Yeah, we should have
Hey,
drawn.
I like
Actually,
that too. I like that too.
We should have
Anthony,
drawn cards.
You picked the wrong evening to quit drinking.
Justin! You're killing me.
And the
Okay,
evening to
so go ahead.
sniffing glue. And the...
Okay, I will give you one more Benny, Christine. I think it's fair. I mean, we pushed you in a bad situation, but you know what? I don't care. Because I like the story as the story is developed. And for me, it's all about the story. If the story was you getting crushed, I like it too. But I'm ready to see what the story has to say. Give me your last roll.
I gotta say, this MLB guy, he's no gentleman.
No, he is not. There's a 5.
He's a major league bastard.
Right.
That's-
From the crowd, all you hear is, flash your tits!
Christine, what
Uh-huh.
has happened after shaming your GM into giving you a Benny? You rolled a 5.
I did.
And after this MLB rolling, the middle linebacker rolling twice a 7, he rolls a 2. You slip out of his hands
I'm just a tiny little thing. I'm hard
and
to catch.
race towards the end zone.
He wasn't expecting to be up against a woman who moisturizes.
That is absolutely true. And next thing you know, you
Got good
have
skin.
danced into the end zone, and the crowd is screaming.
You
As
got to do a little dance. You got to do a little dance. You got to spike that ball and do a dance.
Gracie,
crazy, 16, 16, crazy, crazy, 16,
And
16.
if you didn't think that you were a hero before on campus, able to do all sorts of things, after this particular maneuver where you actually ran the ball, you didn't just kick the ball, and you beat out this major monster who was trying to tackle you, and you spun out of his grip at the last minute and rushed in. The stands are just thumping. I mean, the people are jumping up and down. The booming is incredible, and you have won the game for the home team.
I'm going to go over to the band. I'm going to go over to the band. When she crosses that, when she actually gets free, I rush over to the band and I go, Sweet Caroline.
What?
Play Sweet Caroline. Play Sweet Caroline. Sweet 16. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, they do it. I love that.
Start singing Sweet 16. Swap the Caroline for 16. Come
Sweet
on,
16.
it's Gracie. It's Gracie.
Oh, I love it. And so you guys move into this evening with an amazing event where Christine has sealed her heroism for the campus as someone to be reckoned with and known. Your coach grabs you in a big hug and he goes, "Oh, there's a scholarship here somewhere." And you guys are happy that you have survived a weird thing in the cellars, the storm drains. You have gotten... Oh, I have failed on one piece I wanted to get out.
Oh, now the GM admits.
No. But no, I mean, I always fail. But I failed on something that I know about this time.
Ooh.
Martin, let's talk about Richie's girlfriend.
Oh.
You met her not long after the your first week. In fact, you were pressed against her in the roost when everyone was trying to get out those broken doors. They were chained shut. And then you met her again at the pizza barn downtown. There's a band playing, and they didn't have... You went on stage, and you did a little bit to help them out. And she's got a bit of a mean girl vibe. I mean, she does.
I know exactly where this is going. She's got a tattoo of a tear under her eye.
Oh yeah,
Where's a spider plant?
Absolutely. She's got a little goth girl vibe. She's got a little tattoo of a little tear in one eye, and she's nice, but then she's mean. Then she's nice, but she does a lot of TikTok videos, and you're like, okay. But she really appreciates your skill on the guitar, like you haven't seen before. I don't know how experienced you are coming across and with females, but she definitely finds you interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he's got, like you said, the shades and the jacket. He tends to give off a vibe, There's a bit
Is it real, or completely, or I mean, is he well versed in the female?
He's not the most socially.
Bad news tour where spider, don't leave me.
Yeah.
He goes, look, yeah, all right. He says, well done. I'll give you the tenner later. Chicks, huh?
I mean, he's a little bit charismatic, but he's also a bit grumpy. So he's not, he's not the kind to go out necessarily, walk up to people and start a conversation. He's kind of, if the people are around him, I might start talking.
Oh, well, if there's any female that will lean into that, it's this one.
Okay.
Yes, you would.
Yeah,
So I
to be
think
fair, she
that
does come
there
across
is-
as desperate.
Oh, hey, what are you saying about Martin?
I have to say, I hate to say it, but I actually was considering dobbing her in to the police, sending an anonymous note to say that there's a weird goth girl at the university and maybe she needs to be brought in for questioning and locked up for a little bit, just to make sure she's not one of the vampire fraternity dudes.
Oh man! So this young lady
It'd be nice to have a
who's
couple of
been
nights where she wasn't there.
interested in you, and you've gone out a couple of times. I mean, and they're weirdly non-committal, but at the same time intense. And if you look in our OneNote, it's Sarah Jenkins. She is a student. She's also a roommate of someone else.
Mm-hmm.
She's a pole vaulter for the team.
Yeah.
Well, now we know whose pole she's sliding on.
Oh no! Don't say that. That's wrong. But anyway, Martin, that will put you in an interesting situation later on with our good friend Grace.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Well, I mean, Monty went through it with Andrea, so.
Very good.
Very fair, Richmond goes through it.
Wonderful night. I enjoyed it, everyone. We're at 9:55. We're just pulling off to just go finish our evenings. Yes, we are, sir. And thank you so much. Everybody has passed their exams, so to speak, and we are there. So cut us off, Rob, and we'll just chat in the backside if you don't mind.
Pardon? Again?
Yeah.
If you got all the way to the end, we appreciate your support. Thank you for watching the NVRA whilst we bring you content of different games. If you like what we have done, please like and subscribe.